Mixtapes and tasty cakes with your host Bert Laporte, Damian Monte Carlo, and Angry Mike D. Well, alright, sit back and enjoy the ride as they talk about all things that rock and other useless knowledge you don't care about. And remember, every asshole has an opinion. This is theirs. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.
All right, we're back. Another episode of Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes. This one, we're going to review the new Alice Cooper record called "The Revenge of Alice Cooper," and which is a reunion of the. Well, it's the first album with the most of the original band, the living members of the.
Since what?
Alice
Probably
Cooper
Muscle of Love, maybe around that era, maybe.
That was the last one.
Okay.
Yeah, so 74, I think. 73, 74 was the last time.
Wow.
And that just like blew my mind. Like, damn, man, why did it take you that long? And I think he might have done like a couple shows or maybe brought the guys back for like a few songs, but I don't even think he did like a reunion tour with those guys. But I don't know, I guess maybe I'm in the minority. I would get excited over seeing that, but maybe most people don't care.
Did only one guy pass away? Glenn
Buxton.
Buxton.
Glenn Buxton, yeah.
He died a while ago, I think.
Yeah, he was like an alcoholic. I met Michael Bruce about 3 years ago.
Really?
At NAMM. He came to the booth that I was working at, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm looking. I'm not looking for anything free, but my wife is a bass player, and I'm just looking for maybe getting her into playing a different brand or whatever." And I said, "Michael Bruce from Alice Cooper?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh my God, man, I'm a big fan, and he was super nice, man. Just I wasn't going fanboy with him, but I just wanted to, some of these guys, I guess maybe being out of the spotlight for a while, and maybe they're not used to being recognized anymore. And I think guys like that, it is, it's a big deal. I wanted to make him feel like he was
Sure
a big deal, and he was and is. It's guys like a legendary, figure, part of that band, legendary band, and it was really cool, meeting him, and he was really nice, but so it's good to see him back, and Neil Smith and Dennis Dunaway, back with the band and everything, recorded an album, and the first few singles sounded great, and I was really excited about. And I guess we'll find out about the rest during this review.
Yeah, I will say, the packaging is friggin' great. It's worth the buy just for the packaging.
Yeah, the album cover is really cool.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look how cool.
Yeah, it looks like like an old Universal horror.
Yeah.
Universal Monsters horror movie.
I didn't open mine up yet.
Oh man, it's so good. And then that was the front cover. There is a gatefold that opens up with words, but I'm not going to open that up. But this is side C and D. This is the sleeve.
Mind you, like the old stuff, yeah.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Look at that, man. And then it's just beautiful.
Oh yeah.
It's
plus
really,
$18
really nice.
helps.
And we got it on sale for 18
How
bucks.
much?
18. It was on
Get
sale
outta
for
here.
when we got it. Now it's like 40 something. So
Wow.
18 bucks. There's no way I wasn't buying this for 18 bucks.
Yeah. Well,
I mean-
is it 2 records?
Yes, double. It's a double.
Wow.
14 tracks, it's a double.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw it like when it first released. I'm like, dude, it's like $18 on the black version of it. Like, I'm going to order that. It was like, it's $18. I don't care. I'm just going to order it.
Yeah, the black vinyl. Now it's like,
Yeah.
I think 35, 40, something like that. And they had a couple different special package ones that was kind of cool too. But I was like, you know what? $40, even if I like it, $40 is rough for me, unless it's like a typo negative, because them records always go up. So
Yeah,
unless
man.
it was something like that, 40. I like the $25 range. 30, it's usually 30 is your normal.
You
and your
guys are
doubles are 40.
diehards with the vinyl, man. I might buy a couple a year, to be honest. It's
Yeah.
just way too fucking much money.
It's
And for me to listen
expensive.
to it, I mean, I'll listen to it once, maybe
Yeah, it's
twice.
the packaging, like that Alice Cooper
Yeah.
packaging. The only thing that Cooper record is missing in packaging, in if it had a poster in it, it would be great. Ringo, we got a little special
What's up,
guest here.
Ringo? What's up, buddy?
Ringo the
Ringo.
Gringo. Ringo the Gringo. Look at him.
There
But
he
you don't
is.
you don't want to make no noise now, Ringo? There he goes.
He's hot.
Ah, there he is.
Yeah,
She gets Stevie, but she's taking a
What's
nap.
up, buddy?
wake
What's
her
up,
up.
buddy?
Yeah,
So
she'll be down.
yeah, so the way we do it here is, if you're just catching the show for the first time, anytime a record comes out, however many tracks there are, we'll go through each track. We'll rate each track individually. We'll get them numbers together and come out with together. We get these numbers
Together
together.
forever and ever.
So we'll get the numbers together, and we'll come out with an average between the three of us for each song, and then we list our least favorite as a panel to our favorite as a panel and talk a little bit about each song. So yeah, so here we go. There's 14 tracks on here, and I think on the CD version there's 2 hidden tracks. This was just, it's Spiders and something with Titanic Overture, which is just like, I guess it's them kind of like demoing stuff. So that's not on this vinyl, but I think it is on the CD. Okay,
Yeah,
so
screw you, CD people.
yeah, hey, I still buy CDs too. That's when I'm not sure I want to put out for the vinyl, and I just rip it to my computer and put it away. So, but anyway, okay, 14 tracks. Coming in at number 14, Alice Cooper, The Revenge of Alice Cooper. Coming in at number 14, Crap That Gets in the Way of Your Dreams. Damo, what you got?
Yeah, this one kind of had like a 60s rock vibe. It kind of reminded me of like the Kinks, like a Kinks song or something. But yeah, it was just okay. It didn't do too much for me. I gave it a 6.5.
Okay, Mike D.
Yeah, the first time I heard, I really wasn't too crazy about it. Kind of grew on me a little bit as it went through the song. It kind of sounded less cheesy, so still wasn't one of my favorites. Gave it a 7.
Yeah, this one I gave a 5. It's a low score for me. It's
Wow.
it's just mediocre. Yeah. The only thing I like about this tune is that it sounds like the Kinks meets "Hello, I Love You" from the Doors. It's got that vibe. It's not as good as the rest of the record. Definitely my least favorite tune. Coming in at 13, "See You on the Other Side." Damo, what you got?
Yeah, this was the final song on the record. I think this was my least favorite. It didn't really do too much for me. It was kind of boring, really. I gave it a 6.
Okay,
That was my lowest score, I think.
Mike.
Kind of boring. Had some cool stuff in there. Gave it a 6.5.
I gave "See You on the Other Side" a 6.8. I like the guitar intro. I thought it was a pretty good song overall. I like the music. There's a lot of cool little music stuff in this one. So, yeah, so it got a 6.8 from me. Coming in number 12, "I Ain't Done Wrong." What you got, Damo?
Yeah, it kind of sound like a 60s rock kind of honky tonk vibe. There's some harmonica in there. Yeah, it was okay, didn't really do too much for me. Alice had like kind of like a fuzz distortion, slight distorted effect on his voice. Sounded like another 60s song. I gave it a 6.85.
Okay, Mike D.
I gave it a 6.5. I think like with this, like with songs like these, I think a lot of the saving points was how it was mixed and how it sounded. It actually had that 70s vibe to it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, absolutely.
you actually felt like you were listening to something from the 70s on a lot of these tracks, which kind of, like I said, saved them for me a little bit. So I gave this one a 6.5.
I gave this one, I Ain't Done Wrong, 6. Some cool stuff, but it's just another kind of blues song that I heard 1,000 times before. It's a cool jam, but I would probably most likely skip this track. I mean, I've heard this 1,000 times, Coming in number 11, "Money Screams." What do you got, Damo?
This one, and man, pretty much, I don't want to say all of them or most of them, but yeah, there's a good portion of these songs where like each one kind of reminds me of something. Like I get it, you're not trying to reinvent the wheel, but it just seems like there's like parts of each song that's like lifted directly from something, and I just can't really put my finger on what. But With that said, I thought this one was a decent song. I gave it a 7.
Okay, Mike D.
I gave this one a 6. It was probably my tied for my least on this album.
Okay. Money Screams, I gave a 6.5. I mean, it really has that 70s Alice sound. There's no doubt about it. Not a bad tune. It's just okay for me. Coming in number 10, Intergalactic Vagabond Blues. What do you got, Demo?
Uh, yeah, kind of campy, kind of like upbeat, bluesy kind of song. I gave it a 6.5. Didn't really do too much for me.
Mike D.
I kind of like this one. I think it was just the rawness of it. I kind of liked. I gave this one a 7.5.
I gave Intergalactic Vagabond Blues a 6. It's kind of a fun song, but it's a filler track. Definitely a filler track. Coming in number 9, What is Sid? What do you got, Demo?
This is like so far the songs that we reviewed, this is the first one that kind of remind me of like a classic Alice Cooper, like deep track song, it kind of has a jazzy kind of shuffle vibe to it, I gave it a 7.2.
Okay, Mike D.
This was the one that was tied for my least favorite on the album. I don't know. Not a big fan of that Stray Cat sound without the Stray Cats doing it.
Yeah.
Gave us one a 6.
Yeah. It's funny you said that because I wrote down, I like this song. It's a little weird, but I like the Stray Cat thing going on it.
Yeah, it's got that jazzy kind of rockabilly blues
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like it because of that. It made it fun for me. Coming to number 8, What Happened to You? What do you got, Demo?
What happened to you? Yeah, this one had this kind of like a slight punky kind of feel to it. I
Mhm.
thought it was a decent song. A lot of them sit around the 7 mark for me. A lot of these
Yeah.
songs. This one, I was like right at a 7. I thought.
Mike D.
I'm with Dame on this one, 7.
What Happened to You? I gave it 6.6. Decent tune, kind of straightforward, a little punky. It's another fun song. There's nothing that blew me away on the record except for maybe one song. The rest of the record's between average and good, So coming in at number 7, Kill the Flies. What do you got, Damo?
Yeah, another one that's kind of campy. Not a bad song. Just didn't really stick out too much, but I thought it was good. It's in that 7 range. So I gave it a straight 7 again.
Mike D.
I wanted to like this one more. I had some really cool stuff going on in it, but I don't know. I gave it a 6.5. It just it wasn't full enough for me.
Kill the Flies. I gave it a 7.25. I like this one. I think this one's pretty cool. I like the creepy music. It's one of those another cool kind of weird songs. The verses are really good, but the chorus, as in most of this record, the verses are great. The choruses just aren't that good, but the verses are really good, which is weird. But yeah, so this one is I like everything, but the chorus is kind of but the rest of the song's really good. Coming in number 6, Blood on the Sun. What do you got, Damo?
This one I thought was a bit long, clocked in like around 6 minutes, but I had some really good classic Neil Smith drum fills. But yeah, I gave it a 6.75.
Okay, Mike D.
I gave this one a 6.5. I was just listening to this album again before we turned on, and this is a cool one. I probably could have gave this one higher. It had some really cool stuff in this song.
I gave Blood on the Sun a 7.8. I like this one. It's the longest track on the record, but it's got a cool vibe. I like the vocals a lot in it. It has a few twists and turns where you think the song ends and it don't. I think it's one of the more memorable songs of the record for me. Coming in at number 5, Up All Night, Damo.
This one was one of the better ones I thought on the album. It sounded like it was like maybe drop D, kind of like a little heavier sounding riff, almost like Slither a little bit, that kind of from Velvet Revolver. But I get it was a 7.8, I thought.
Okay, Mike D, Up All Night.
Up All Night, 6.5. Didn't really do it for me.
Okay, for me, Up All Night, I gave a 7. At first, when I first listened to the record probably about 5 times, 6 times. The first time I heard it, I was like, eh. At first, I wasn't really crazy about it, but it definitely got better. It grew on me. It grew on me after a while. It's got a good groove. I like the verses. You know, funny thing is, if this song was an AC/DC song with Brian Johnson singing it, I probably would fucking love it.
Yeah,
It's just,
I could kind of hear that. Yeah.
it just would be a slightly different vibe, and I probably would love the song.
I think that's what did it for me. I was like, I think I heard this one before way too many times. This song.
I don't think I heard it before, but I could picture that chorus done with Brian Johnson's voice, you know?
There's parts in all these songs that that just remind me of something. I don't
Yeah.
know if
Right.
that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
Yeah.
save that for my final
Yep.
thoughts, I
Come,
guess.
coming at number 4, One Night Stand. What do you got, Damon?
One Night Stand was real 60s sounding Tarantino kind of song. It doesn't sound like something the Alice Cooper band would have done really. But I gave it a 7.
Okay, Mike D.
I kind of like this one. Twisted Little Tail there. I gave this one a 7.5.
One Night Stand, I gave a 6.9. It's pretty good. Another tune that has that surf kind of sound. There's one or two that have that surf sound on this record. It's got some cool overlays. You know, I think it's a good filler track. All right, here comes the top 3. Coming in at 3, Famous Face. What you got, Damo?
Famous Face. I thought this was a kind of cool sounding song. Had like some kind of like Iggy and the Stooges kind of piano in there. I thought it was okay, cool, but I gave it a 7.1.
Okay, Mike D.
Yeah, 6.5. That's about the whole album for me, almost.
Right. Famous Face, I gave a 7.9. I like the words. I think it's a pretty good song. It's got a good groove, good guitar parts, solid vocals. I think this one has replay value. I like this one. Coming in number 2, Wild Ones. What do you got, Damo?
Yeah, this sounds like now, this was the second single, I think. This
Yeah.
sounded like an Alice Cooper band song. It was great. Definitely had that, the vibe that the old songs did. And I thought it was a really, really good song. I gave it an 8.25.
Nice. Mike D.
Yeah, definitely one of the better ones on the album. I gave this one a 7.5.
Wild Ones. I gave this one an 8. This one grew on me after a couple listens. Good intro, straight ahead rocker. I'm digging the throwback sound on it. It sounds like a tune that could be in an old bike or a motorcycle movie. It's got that total vibe, 60s, 70s, Yeah, pretty cool. Coming to number 1, Black Mamba. What do you got, Damo?
It was the first single. I thought I had high expectations, super high expectations after this single. I thought it was a great, great song. Total classic Alice Cooper band song. Like Love It to Death or something. It could have been on one of those early records. The sound, the vibe, the feeling it gave you. I thought it was great. I gave it a 9.
Nice. Mike D.
Yeah, I'm with Damien on this one. I heard this one. I'm like, wow, like this really sounds like his old stuff. I'm like, this song's actually pretty damn incredible. I probably could have gave it higher. I gave this one an 8.5. I could have squeaked this out to a 9 easily, and I probably should have.
Black Mamba.
You should have.
You should have. Because I gave it a 9 also. Black Mamba gets a 9 from me. Classic Alice Cooper band in every way. Just a really, really good song. It's got a good groove. Alice sounds great. To me, this is definitely the most memorable track on the record. Great song. Great song. If I made a mixtape with all the Alice stuff, this could probably make it.
Yeah.
All right. So looking at the scores here, Damo gave the record a 7.139. Mike D gave it a 6.857. I gave it a 6.982 and a total 6.99. So for us, it goes into the high average to good category, I would say. So yeah, it's close to the good category. All right, final thoughts. What do you got there, Damo?
Well, I didn't realize there was going to be 14 songs. It just like Kiss Hot in the Shade. That had 15. It was way too many songs.
10 songs.
This one, it should have been 9 or 10 songs.
Yeah.
For the most part. They really set the bar high with the first 2 singles, and really, I mean, it was the obvious choices, and you probably don't want that for a record. Like, I don't even know what the third single would be, because everything else after the first two singles, everything else, it's a big drop off, I thought.
I think Up All Night was one. I could be wrong.
That's
Yeah, I don't
another
know.
single.
I
Yeah.
think.
Well, yeah, you know what? I ranked that one pretty high.
Yeah.
So that was my third highest song. But it didn't meet my expectations really. And I think I was really, really generous with this with the scores. Aside from like Black Mamba and the Wild Ones, they're like really true scores. I was almost going to give Black Mamba a 10. I thought it was that good.
Yeah.
Everything else was it just sounded like 60s garage rock to me. And it didn't really, I mean, it definitely had that sound, like that 60s sound, late 60s sound, but it didn't sound like those classic records, like what I would want them to sound like. I mean, if you look at the song titles, maybe like, Kill the Flies or, Famous Face, some of that stuff, but Monkey Screams, I don't know, man. I was actually like disappointed. I was pretty disappointed in the record, despite the scores that I gave. Like I said, I was pretty generous with with most of the scores aside from those two tracks. But yeah, I don't know, man. It was I don't know what you guys think, but that's just my opinion. It's disappointing.
It was definitely heavy loaded in the beginning. To hit you with the
Yeah.
first couple were really good. I mean, Black Mom's a great song. Mike D, final thought.
Yeah, I kind of felt like the album was going to have a more of a Black Mamba feel to it, which was kind of a letdown when it kind of, I don't know, it sounded like more of a mix of his old stuff than more staying with a theme on an album or whatever. But I don't know, it was way too long. I thought 14 songs is like, I don't know. The only bands that really do more songs than that is the Chili Peppers, and like once you get like
Yeah.
past that 12th song, it's a chore.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if
it
it
wears
is
on you.
great, it's like you almost have to break those albums down. You can't listen to them all at once.
Right. Yep. My final thought of is that, like I said, that the packaging was unbelievable to start off with that. It looked great. On the music side of things, I mean, I thought it sounded like classic Alice, the music, I mean, the players sound great. The vocals sound great. The mix sounds great. Bob Ezrin, I thought, did a great job getting that sound. I think Black Mamba is a hell of a song. Really good. There's a couple other tunes that are pretty good, but this is, nothing that knocks me off my feet. Black Mamba's probably it. Not my favorite Alice record, but still good enough to get it if you collect Alice stuff, put it in the collection. It's not a bad record. It's just not, well, it's not as great as I was wishing it for to be, but it was still good. I still would want another one. The thing with Alice is, I'm a big Alice Cooper fan, but Alice is very hit or miss. He come out with 10 songs that are unbelievable and then have 5 that you're like, what the hell's this? So, but he's always been like that. If you go through all his earlier stuff till now, the only album to me, if I had to pick my probably 2 favorite off the top of my head Alice records, is probably Billion Dollar Babies and Trash, and 2 different times, but like just almost perfect records, for me.
Yeah,
So-
the other
yeah.
thing is, with Bob Ezrin on it, it didn't have a lot of the Bob Ezrin signature,
Production.
production stuff, like like the subtle horns and things like that.
Yeah, I didn't think about
was
that.
in a lot of the old Alice Cooper songs and some of the other bands like Pink Floyd and Kiss. There was
Yeah.
always like that stuff, that element that he
I didn't even think
that
about
he
that. That's a
brought.
good point.
Yeah.
Right,
So
yeah.
this one was really stripped down
Yeah.
for like a Bob Ezrin
Kind of,
produced
like you
record.
said, kind of garagey. Kind of garagey.
Yeah. Now their first 2 records, Frank Zappa produced.
They were kind of weird. But it's a
They
pretty
were weird. Yeah, definitely 60s, kind of like
Was it Titanic Overture? Was that? No, it was the first 2.
Easy Action and geez, the hell's the other
Not
one?
Pretties. Not the Pretty.
Pretties for You,
Was that the
I
one?
think. Yeah. Yeah, but Bob Ezrin didn't produce those 2 records. That was Frank
Zappa.
Zappa did, and Ezrin came on the third, and he kind of stuck. But yeah, man, I thought that this stuff, that the stuff on this album would have more of that Bob Ezrin kind of signature production stuff.
Yeah.
Like have more layers and stuff. This is just really, really stripped down, garagey kind of
But he
sounding
did
record.
capture that sound, the 70s sound. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, Black Mamba has. I mean, that sounds like a Bob Ezrin produced
Yeah.
song.
That sounds straight out of like the early 70s.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it fucking set the tone, and then
Yeah.
they set the bar so high, and then it's like, man, I'm
Yeah.
a little disappointed. That's all.
I mean, I could have did without
It was good.
I could have did it without the kind of like some of them jammy songs like the Vagabond Blues, and I could have did without that. I could have did without what do you want to call it? What Happened to You, Money Screams. I could have did without them. You know what I mean? But because if you would have kept it to maybe 10 songs, I thought it'd been pretty interesting. I mean, listen, a lot of people love the album School's Out. To me, School's Out's got a couple good songs on it. It's not my favorite record at all. It's a weird record.
What's this? Was it Crap That Gets in the Way? The song where he
That was my least favorite. Yeah.
yeah. I think he's writing like as a 16-year-old, and then he says, "Now I'm 65."
Mhm.
Yeah.
I get it. And Alice always writes as the character.
Yes.
He always talks about it, in the third person and everything. But I don't know, man. You get the original guys back after 50 years. Kind of like should pick up where you left off a little bit more. But I don't know. I don't want to sound like a hater. I thought everything was good. I was just expecting it to be more like the first two tracks. I think it was a big decline.
They set the bar high with the Black Mamba song.
Yeah.
When we all first
and
heard
Wild
it,
Ones, I thought that was good too.
Yeah, it was good.
I mean, it's not like he doesn't have it anymore. It's just one of his better ones.
I'll tell you what, he still sounds great. He still sounds great. His vocals.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
I didn't hate this album.
No, it's like
just for me,
average.
it was just there, kind of like I really like the whole packaging of it. I like the whole. Like, I'm not disappointed I bought it or anything. I mean, it's just it's still cool looking, but
right.
I don't know how many times I'm going to play it, but we'll see.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if I go back to looking at this record, the songs I would definitely play again are probably Famous Face, Black Mamba, and Wild Ones. They're probably the three. Maybe Blood on the Sun. That's probably stretched.
First
That's
two
about
for
it.
me. That's it. Really.
Which is good because you really don't have to change the disc or anything. You just
Yeah.
Yeah. So so Alice Cooper gets a 6.99 between average and good. Not bad. Worth picking up if you're a fan. Not bad. The album art's awesome. So there you have it. Mixtapes, tasty cake. I can't even say it. Mixtapes and tasty cakes. We'll see you guys next week.